Hello everyone, it's the Tutor here. Today I'm happy to bring you another Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander deck Precon. This one, as you guys can see, is the Jeskai Striker. It is a blue, red, white deck. For this one I do have the kind of like the light blue deck box, and then I also do have my favorite sleeves of all time, which are Dragon Shield. These are the matte blue silver. This is the anniversary edition I got from Amazon. I'm not sponsored by either of these brands or Wizards of the Coast, but I mean, I would love to be one day. So today I'm going to kind of sleeve and talk about the cards you'll find in this Precon. I don't know everything that's in this Precon exactly, so I thought it'd be fun just to kind of crack it open and see what's all in there. Obviously you'll have the deck, and you'll also get a collector booster sample pack and 2 legendary traditional foils. One of them will be the clan head as well as the dragon, who I'll be using as the commander. Those 2 of course are going to be your Shiko and then Elsha. So really excited about this one, and just so you can see the top. Battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Commander Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Spearhead the Jeskai Strike Force with Shikiro and Narset, a rapid-fire duel that doubles your spells and stocks up on card draw. Focus your flurries on multiple target, boost your attackers, and leave nothing standing in your way. So let's crack this open and see what we got. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to quickly open up the sleeves just so you can kind of see what they look like. And they do look beautiful. This is the first time I'm seeing them, but here they are, and they're full glory. This is the silver part on the other side. So I'm gonna flip it over. It makes it much easier to sleeve as I'm going through this. Also, let me know what you guys think of this lighting, if it's easier on the eyes, if it's something easier to read the cards. Just let me know compared to my other Precons, because I'm curious about the feedback. So here it is, opening this up. Collector booster sample pack. Putting the empty box aside. I'll be putting the +1/+1 counters and whatever these are to the side. You will also get a deck box, but obviously since I am using my own deck box, I will not be using it. All right. You will also get this right here, which tells you about playing the deck. I'll just have this briefly on this screen so that you can look at it a little bit more detail. I'll let you read that at your own discretion. And then here's the full artwork. All right. As with the other parts, I am breaking these into smaller parts and combining them into one, so there might be some weird little cuts going on. And that's just because when I upload videos, it does not like larger file sizes, so it's much more annoying to deal with. So I'm probably going to break them into like 10-minute parts. All right, so let's move these just a tad bit closer. And of course, let's open up the collector booster, which I know a lot of people really like seeing. Set that aside. Get this. Ooh, you get Zergo's Thunder's Decree. Then you have a Goldkeeper, which I think is honestly a very good card. Flying whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard during your turn. Create a treasure token, you can easily do that. So, let's get right on into it. Alright, and as I said before, I think I messed up. I was just being stupid. Alright. This is the commander I will be using, and so I will be using a different sleeve just to make it easier to find in the deck. Shiko Narset Unified, Flying Vigilance, Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player, and you may choose new targets for that copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. So pretty nice. Now we can go ahead and sleeve the deck as normal. Like I said, I don't know everything that's in this Precon. So that's why I'm going through this. Trample, Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gains +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever Elsha deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 power monk creature tokens with Prowess. Nice. Next we have Aligned Heart. It's an enchantment. Flurry, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a rally counter on this enchantment. Then create a 1/1 white monk creature token with Prowess for each rally counter on it. Next we have Tempest Technique. It's a 4-cost enchantment aura with Storm. And as you know from my tutoring shorts, Storm is whenever you cast the spell, copy it for each spell you cast before this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. Copies become tokens. And enchant your creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. So obviously you'll want to get that Storm effect. Next we have Adaptive Training Post. It's a 3-cost artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if this artifact has fewer than 3 charge counters on it, put a charge counter on it. Remove 3 charge counters from this artifact. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it, and you may choose new targets with a copy. So you can get some extra turns too. You would basically win the game at that point. Transcendent Dragon, Flash Flying, 6-cost creature. When this creature enters, if you cast it, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it in the owner's graveyard. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Very good card. Next we have Voracious Bibliophile, which is a dragon, Flying Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. Nice. Next we have Caldera's Pyromaw. It's a flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then this creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. Next we have red Transforming Flourish with Demonstrate, and Demonstrate is when you cast the spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. Players may choose new targets for their copies. Destroy target artifact or creature you don't control. If this permanent is destroyed this way, its controller exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Then they may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Next we have Will of the Jeskai. It's a sorcery, choose one. If you control a commander, as you cast the spell, you may choose both instead. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards. Each instant and sorcery in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Vanquish the Horde. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. Nice board wipe right there. Always nice to see. Next we have Narset's Reversal. Copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to the owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. Next we have Dismantling Wave. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls and has cycling, so I can discard this card to draw a card. When you cycle this card, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Mangra the Diplomat, lifelink, legendary creature, human cleric. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and your planeswalker you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. Next we have the Manor. With Prowess, it's 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with Prowess. Did my little rearranging thing. It's been 10 minutes, so a little cut. Next we have Ancestral Vision, suspend 4, and target player draws 3 cards. Next we have Archmage Demetrius, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Next we have Boral's Expertise. Return up to 3 target artifacts and/or creatures to their owner's hand. You may cast a spell with mana value 4 or less from the hand without paying its mana cost. Next we have Curse of the Swine. Exile X target creatures. For each creature exiled this way, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar token. So that's a really good card. Next we have probably the best creature in the deck, or just the best card in the deck too, or just, you know, all the precons. We've got Hearty Djinn. Flying, this creature's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Very good card. Very, very, very good card. No bias in this at all. Next, we have a card that I actually played against my friends as the commander, Liar, Disciple of the Drowned. Spells can't be countered. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. I was able just to control the field, and it was pretty easy to use, honestly. Next, we have Rite of the Replication. With it's a 4-cost sorcery with kicker 5. You can pay an additional 5 as you cast a spell. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell was kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. Very, very powerful, but you'll have to pay a lot of mana for that, obviously. And it doesn't look like there's many card or land cards yet. You can choose one or more. Counter target spell, counter target activated or triggered ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and target player draws a card. Next we have a red Electro Dominance. It is a X red instant spell. Deals X damage to any target. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So that's pretty nice. I may as well just use that for however many mana and just do that much damage. Next, we have Mana Form Hellkite. It's a dragon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX red dragon illusion creature token with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. Next, we have Baral and Kari Zev. It's a legendary creature human. First Strike and Menace. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create first Meet Ragavan, a legendary 2/1 red monkey pirate creature token. It gains haste until end of turn, and we should get that in the deck towards the end with all the other tokens. Sorry, I put it in the wrong way. All right, next we have this card with expansion. It's an instant. Copy target instant or sorcery spell with mana value 4 or less. You may choose new card targets for the copy. And you have Explosion. Explosion deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. Next we have Magus Opus. Magus Opus deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Target blue or tap 2 target permanents. Create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token which should also be in the back of the deck. Draw 2 cards. Next we have this. You can choose 2. It deals 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. You can create a treasure token, or you can destroy a target artifact. Next we have Time Wipe. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand and then destroy all creatures. Next we have Velomachus Lorehold. It's a legendary elder dragon. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever it attacks, you look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to its power from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Next we have Voice of Duality. It's a legendary creature. It's an Efreet wizard with Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If you casting or copying an instant or sorcery spell causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So that's pretty good. All right. Next, we have Whirlwind of Thought. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. All right, next we have lands. I will leave these off screen, but I will show you like the artworks, because who doesn't like looking at the artworks? Darkheart Waste, Battlefield Forge, Cascade Bluffs, Clifftop Retreat, Exotic Orchard, Ferris Lake, Glacial Fortress, Irrigated Farmland, Prairie Steam, Rugged Prairie, Shivan Reef, Sky Cloud Expanse, Sulphur Falls, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Ethany. Just want to make sure I didn't. Temple of Triumph. All right, so now we're back into some cards. We have Young Pyromancer. It's a human shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token. That'll be fun. Next we have Goblin Electromancer. It's an instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's pretty nice. Next we have Arcane Signet, and I wonder what's behind that. It's not going to be a Soul Ring, is it? Oh, let's look at that. As you guys all know, what Arcane Signet does, add 1 mana color. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Obviously, with that flexibility, it's super good. Then we all know what Soul Ring does, so I won't even get into that. But here is the artwork in case you want to see it for this set. Command Tower, I'll set that aside. Next we have Ghostly Prison. It's an enchantment. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. So that's pretty good. And another card that's pretty common you'll see is Sword of Plowshares. It's an instant, exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. Next we have Compulsive Research. It's a sorcery. Target player draws 3 cards. Then that player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land card. We have Consider. It's a 1 blue instant with Surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard and draw a card. Next we have Deep Analysis, which is really cool artwork. Just look at that. It's 4-cost card. Target player draws 2 cards and has flashback and pay 3 life. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost and exile it. Next we have Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands. Alright. Next we have Opt, where you can just pay 1 to scry 1 and draw a card. Looks like we have a lot of mono blues coming up, blue cards. Ponder, look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order you may shuffle, and then draw a card. Next we have Pongiffy, or I don't know how you pronounce that. That guy looks a little mad. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token, essentially Feast Within. Next we have Preordain. Scry 2, then draw a card. Next we have Think Twice. Draw a card, flashback 2. Next we have a Braid. Choose 1, deal 3 damage to target creature, and destroy target artifact. Next we have Big Score. Cost red. Instant, as an additional cost to the spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. Seems like a pretty big payoff just to draw 2 cards, especially if you're discarding a card. Curse of Opulence, enchant player. Whenever an enchanted player is attacked, create a gold token. Each opponent attacking that player does the same. A gold token is an artifact with sacrifice this token, add 1 mana of any color, so it's essentially a treasure token. And we'll see that and towards the back. Faithless Looting, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, flashback 2, and a red. Next we have Gutter Snipe. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature does 2 damage to each opponent. Mana Geyser, add red for each tapped land your opponent controls. Making this look just a little bit nicer. Next we have Shining Impetus. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. And goaded is a keyword that says it attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Next we have Storm Kiln Artist. This creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. It also has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy in an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. Yeah, just gonna put these lands aside. Next we have Expressive Iteration. It's a 2-cost. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, put 1 of them on the bottom of your library, then exile 1 of them. You may play the exile card this turn. So being able to do that for 3 mana, I think it's a good deal. And the more cards you can look at, the better, obviously. Next we have Third Path Iconoclast. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Next we're getting into a couple of signets. Azorial Signet. Boros Signet. Not a Signet, but Fellow Stone. Is that Signet? Talisman of Progress. I believe we're into the lands now, and the tokens, I'll just kind of show these off briefly. Path of Ancestry. That's a kind of a cool artwork. Look at that. Super nice. Of course, we have Reliquary Tower. And of course, if you're here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I do appreciate your love and support for me trying to make a name for myself on YouTube. I do truly appreciate it. All right, now we have the tokens. Elemental, Soldier, Monk, First Mate Ragavan, Dragon Illusion, Elemental, Soldier, Monk, put that aside. Treasure, Elemental, Copy, Gold, that looks pretty dope. Monk, Treasure, Elemental, Copy, Gold, Monk. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna sleeve those up and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, I'm back. I did a little bit of math and counting. I believe there are 37 lands total in this Precon. And I pulled these two cards out again just to show you what they do, and hope you guys are able to comment a couple of combos you can find in the deck down in the comments below, or just do some substitutions. That would be awesome too. Give some people some assistance with all that. So just to go over this again, this is the commander I'll be using. Flying Vigilance 4/4. Flurry whenever you cast your second spell each turn. Copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player, and you may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. So I mean, obviously there's some combos in there in the deck. Then I can't believe I missed this earlier, but she's a Djinn monk. Maybe I should, I don't know. No, but Trample Prowess, whenever Elisha deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens with Prowess. So, really cool. All right, so that is the Precon, everyone. Let's just kind of see it in its full glory after I get these dividers out and one of these things. All right, so I just use the divider just to help with the tokens. So let's just slide her on in. Let's tokens go right in there, and of course commander goes right in here. I'll just put it here just like that. Beautiful. Well, everyone, thanks again for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to reply and get some answers to you. Of course, I hope everyone has a good one. Peace.